Hello everyone! Welcome to day 2 of Dread live streaming. I'm pretty excited about today. We got lots to do. I'm going to be trying out some new ideas in the level editor, which, that's always exciting and scary at the same time and all that good stuff, because it's hard to say whether to work or not, and if it doesn't, oh well, we'll fix it as we go, like we did last time. Pop over to Twitch, make sure the stream is up. It's looking like it is, so that's a very good thing. Hi Twitch! I like to say that. Hi Twitch! Make sure it's all going. Hit play. Hey look, there we are. Yay! And if it doesn't, and I can hear myself. Yay! That's a good thing. I'm new to this whole OBS broadcaster, so I'm never 100% sure if that's working right or not. Glad it is. Alright, well actually, hang on. Let's pause that so we're not killing my bandwidth. Alright, let's hop right into it. So today, I'm going to try making a level that's more story oriented, so we can kind of show off how you can do story elements and stuff with the new trigger event system. Last week I made a pretty cool, if I do say so myself, what's what I'm looking for? Like a zombie survival level thing, and that was pretty cool. I had a lot of fun making that level, and unfortunately though, and this is something that prompted me to add a new feature to Dread. I accidentally saved over that level, so it's kind of gone. Yeah, but that's okay. I'm fully intending to go back through and recreate it and actually improve upon it in a few little areas for when I release it. A lot of stuff I wanted to add to it, like what I talked about at the end of the stream with some additional things like ammo drops and stuff like that. So I'm going to work on that, off air and get a new level put together and kind of replace that whole thing. So now whenever you take and you play a level, it will prompt you, as we'll see right here. Oh, well, actually, I have to make the level playable. I have to put a player character in there somewhere. Alright, so we hit play, and it'll say, okay, so now we're saving and playing the level. Cool. What do you want to save it as? So, we can save it instead of my level, which is the default level, which is something I really should have called it differently when I saved it the first time, but, whatever. Now we can name it whatever. And the cool thing about this is this will also help level designers to archive their stuff, or make backups of their levels. So if you wanted to test out your level, but you didn't want, you wanted to try a new feature, but you didn't really want to save over the old feature that you had, or change, or something like that, then what you can do is save a secondary level. So like I've got my level and I've got my level 2, for example. So you can save my level 2 as kind of like a test. Okay, let's test this feature out. Was it good? Cool, we'll keep that and we'll keep going with that. And then you can save over the old level. But if you don't like it, well then you can go back to the way you had it before with my level, and you don't have to go back through and rip out all the new stuff or the changes that you did. So that's something that definitely needed to be implemented, and I'm actually really glad that I accidentally erased my original level, because it prompted me to make this fancy schmancy little feature. Alright, so let's go ahead and let's see. We're not actually going to play it right now. What we're going to do is we're going to start making a level. Alright, let me pop over to the broadcast one more time here. I just want to make sure that the Dread window. Yep, okay. Right, so let's... Okay, shut up, me. Yeah. All right, it's filling up the screen like it should be, so that's looking good. Let's get back over here and get back into it. All right. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna make just a neat little story level. I have a few ideas that I want to try out with this stuff that I haven't done before, and I think the main focus for this level, like if the first level we made was very action oriented. Zombies coming at us. We got our gun, we're blast them, and keep them out of the house, and we got to repair the windows because the windows are getting broke down and all that fun stuff. This one's going to be a little more emphasis on stealth, if you will. We're gonna have I want to make that a little bit bigger. Yeah, that's about right. Let's make them about that big. This level's emphasis is really going to be watch out for the enemies, because you're not gonna be able to really defend yourself against them. We're not going to give you any opportunity to defend yourself. We're going to instead force you to be sneaky and sneak around enemies to get to your objective and all that fun stuff. And the other thing we're going to do is we're going to emphasize, like I said before, we're going to emphasize story in this level, and show off some of the ways that we can make stories work. Because right now, let's stick a couple switches in there. Yeah, we'll make them red because red is cool. It's a cool color. Okay. Right now, I don't have any NPCs in the level per se, and so because of that, it can be kind of difficult to make story elements in the level, because what are you going to interact with? Are you going to sit and have a chat with the zombies, or what? And you could do that if we wanted to. We could have it so that we could communicate with the zombies. But that might not exactly be what we want to do. We want to have story where we have NPCs and stuff, but NPCs aren't implemented. So instead, what we're gonna do, let's see here. Yeah, stick a door right there. All right. What we're gonna do is I want to have a neat opening sequence to this level, and I'm just going to roll with it without telling you what it is, just because it'll be kind of neat to see it as it goes, I think. But I don't know. I mean, maybe you'll want to see it as, maybe you want me to tell you. I don't know. But we'll see how this works and what you think of this. So we're going to start off in kind of like a cell block type thing with, we've got these little zombies and stuff, and we've got, actually, let's move that switch. Let's move that switch over to here. That's cool. I like that. Yeah. So what we're going to do is we're going to have a neat opening sequence here. We're going to start off, let's see, level start. We're going to start with a fade in. So you can use a fade in event. Okay. If I just fire this up real quick, you can see what that'll do. We're going to call this, what should we call it? We're going to call it the cell. Okay. Save and play. So on fade in, we get a nice smooth fade in effect. Looks pretty cool. And the fade in effect and the fade out effect is something that can be triggered at any time. On level start, it will start off pitch black and then do this nice smooth fade in. If you were to trigger it inside the level somewhere, it will fade out to black as long as the trigger is active, and then when the trigger deactivates, then it'll fade back in. And so there's a lot of cool stuff that you can do with that, and I'm going to demonstrate some of that today, I think. We got an extra switch trigger here just because I placed a trigger, or switched and moved it, and haven't deleted the trigger, but that's fine. So we're going to move the trigger over there. Okay, so we have a nice fade-in effect, and now what we need to do is we want to add some like initial dialogue to this scene. So we're going to have a couple things here. We're going to have a timer that's going to start off. Alright, we're going to have that timer go for, what, 30? Yeah, 30 sounds about right. Alright, so our timer is going to go for 30. We connect the level start timer to that so it'll activate the timer. Let's see, and then we're going to have a bit. And a bit is kind of like a switch. It's very similar to a switch. What a bit does is, when activated, it stays activated until another activation signal hits it, and then it will turn itself back on. So it's kind of like a light switch. You know, you can turn it on or you can turn it off based on the inputs that go to it. And the neat thing about the bit switch, or the bit trigger, is that when you have a signal, say from a timer, that activates and turns on the bit, like this one will do, because the timer is just on, once it's on, it's like an alarm clock that never turns off unless you turn it off. So it's just sitting there beaming an activation signal to the bit. The bit also looks for other activation signals. So if I was to take and make another timer, which I will, and connect it to that with a different time than this, then this timer will, even though this timer is sending an activation signal to the bit, this time it will also listen to this activation signal from the other timer that I'm going to create and turn itself back off. So that's a pretty cool feature, I think, anyway. Alright, so what we're going to have this bit do is it's going to show a message. And I've already got a rough idea of what I want to say here. So we're going to say, what? And then we're going to add another trigger. Actually, hang on. Let's try that. Yeah, see? I say, well, what? As if I'm like just waking up. Cool. That looks good. Okay, so do that, and then we're going to add another trigger that is that timer that I was talking about. So we're going to do another timer, and we're going to have this timer set to, 30 sounds about right. And we're going to add another bit, and now we're going to have kind of a cool cascading bit message sequence. And I'll tell you what I mean by that. So we're going to have this say, what are we going to have it say? We're going to have it say, where am I? And now, another feature that we can do that I don't think I demonstrated yet is that we can add line breaks, so that we can have multi-line messages. So you could have like 2 paragraphs of messages or something, or 3, or break things up, or however you want to do it. And the way that we do that is with the pound symbol. Okay, so the pound symbol lets you add a line break into the message. So now if I was to say, what is this place, for example, hit save. Okay, then it'll show us a really cool message. But I'm gonna talk to you about how we're gonna do this cascading message system. Okay, so we have a bit and we have a timer, and the timer activates on level start. That timer activates, and 30 steps later, it activates the message. Okay, then what we're gonna have this timer do is that when this timer activates, then it activates the next timer, which goes for another 30, frames. And then that timer is going to activate the next message, and it's also going to deactivate the previous message. Okay? So that way we don't flood the screen with a whole bunch of text. It will have a message, and then it'll have the next message. Now, there's two ways to do messages. We can either do messages as a kind of like a console message, like you see, and I'll fire this up and you can see exactly what I mean. He says, "What? Where am I? What is this place?" And you see how we have a line break there. Okay, and then the console message fades away, and the next console message, well, actually that one won't fade away because that bit is actually still on. We don't have anything to turn it off yet. So console messages and local messages work in two different ways. So console messages, when the console message gets put up there, when the activation signal turns off, it remains in the console for a little while, and then it'll fade away. Whereas if we were to connect these messages directly to our player, like so, and have them localized so that the little message, it's almost like a speech bubble that'll pop up over his head, that instantly disappears as soon as the trigger is deactivated. So that it helps keep the screen nice and clear. Console messages, it's easy to just take and say a whole bunch of things because they're up in the console, they're out of the way, they're partially transparent, and then they'll fade away on their own. But when you have messages that you want to have a character say on screen, you want them to go away as soon as you're done with them. That way you don't clutter up the screen with messages. So let's see how that works here. There we go. Now see, I forgot about that. On fade in, because fade in everything is dark. Let's change that, and just so you can see what I mean here. Fade in will also block local messages from being seen because it's not showing anything on the screen. So if we have the fade in, we don't really want to do it as a local message and then move on to the next message until the fade in has finished, because otherwise we won't see the messages. So I'm going to hit play here and you'll see what I mean. So now he says, "What? Where am I? What is this place?" So you can see how the messages instantly just swapped between the one and the other. Alright, so now we're going to want to make a third timer, because we do want that other message to go away at some point, right? Makes sense. And we're going to have that timer activate that, and that timer is going to turn that message off. So that way we have a nice, well, what? Where am I? What is this place? And then it'll go away. We actually might want to turn that timer down a little bit if we wanted to have it as local messages, because that was a little quick. But instead of doing it as local messages, we're going to put it back into the console because I like the way that looks better. It kind of is almost like he's thinking, our player character is thinking in his head, So he says, "What? Where am I? What is this place?" Cool. Oh, and we're going to want to turn our fade in back on. Where is it? Fade in and out. There it is. Okay. So now we've got a nice little introductory thing. Yeah, actually, let's take and add another line space in there, just for kicks, so we can see how that looks like. What is this place? Alright. So there we go. Now we've got a double-spaced one. You can look around. Ooh, creepy. Oh no! We're getting our face eaten. Okay. Good. Alright. Now let's see. I had another idea for this. Our main character is going to be like, "Whoa, what is this place?" and all this kind of stuff. So, oh, I just thought of something that'd be kind of evil. Yeah. Yeah. I like that. Alright, alright. I think I'll actually have to move this upward a little bit in order to do that. But that's okay. Let's make this kind of a longer hallway. Yeah. Alright, so let's see. Put our switch back in there. Okay, so we're gonna have this. Our character is gonna be like, what is going on? I don't understand. Let's get rid of that extra switch. Alright, so we have a nice little opening sequence with our character, like, I don't know what's going on. And we're gonna have these doors, and yeah. Oh, this is gonna be fun. Let's see. We're going to I wonder how that would work. I don't know. Let's see. We're gonna have this as an and we're gonna, or I guess just, yeah, a bit. Do we want it as a bit? Yeah, let's do it as a bit. Okay. And we're gonna have it lock the door. Let's see if that works. If we were to take and use, if we were to take and open this door, let's see, let's lock that door. If we were to take and open that door, what would happen? Would we lock it open? I don't know. Let's find out. Yep. Alright, cool. So that door is locked open. I'm pretty sure that was how that was going to work, but you know, always got to test it out when you try something new. Alright, so we've got a locked door, and that's exactly what I want to do. Let's see, but there's another thing I want to do here. Let's take, have it on another bit. We're going to have this bit use the target. Okay. And I wonder if it will lock all these doors open. Or if it'll lock them before it opens. Let's find out. Yep, sure enough. It opens them all up. Look at that. Except for that one. It'll lock that one. But that's okay, because I have a different plan anyway. I'm going to move this. This is the use, so let's get rid of that. And this is a switch. I don't want to switch there. I want, oops, yeah. I could have just changed it, but that's okay. I want a use here. And we're not going to do anything. Alright, let's see if that works. Not quite. Alright. Oh, and an error. Error popped up. Can't get has inputs from door. I'll crash the game already. Go me. Alright, well, let's change that. I thought I could have sworn I did that. Has inputs. Yeah, The door should have that already. Has inputs equals there. Why couldn't you get it if it already had it? Huh. Well, that's weird. That's a very confusing error, because it did initialize it. All the doors should have a has inputs variable. So why couldn't you find it? Anyway, let's open it up and give it a shot here. Alright, so I think that what we want to do, I think that the reason why is because these are operating at the exact same time. And because they're operating at the exact same time, it's causing us some problems. So we want one of them to be slightly delayed. We want the, what is it? Is this one the lock, or is this one use? This one's lock. Okay, so we want lock to be slightly delayed in comparison to the use one. Alright, so let's do it like this. Let's set a timer, very brief, and we're going to set that to a 1-step delay, just ever so brief, and we're going to have that activate that. So we're going to have this activate the timer and the other one. So it's going to activate this one, the timer's going to wait a tick, and then activate the next one. So that way our doors will open and then get locked open. In theory. Let's find out. Alright. Looking good, looking good. Yep. And now we got zombies running around. Oh no! And the doors are locked open. But interestingly, I didn't do this one. Why didn't it do that one? Did I not? Do I not have that one set? I might not have that one set. I don't. That's why. That one's not set to open. Okay, so that one's gonna open. Yeah, here we go. We can see that. Okay, so that's good. Okay, so that one's gonna open now. So all these doors are gonna open. Which, you know, is generally a bad thing. Let's see. Alright, what are we going to do now? Now we're going to have this door. I like this plan. Okay, so we're gonna make another room out here. We're gonna have like a secondary room here with some windows. Let's stick some windows in there. There we go. And let's be mean. Let's take and stick some weaponry in there on this back wall. We're gonna stick let's see, we're gonna stick a machine gun and a shotgun on that back wall, but we're going to take and tease the player, because on level start we're going to lock that door so they won't be able to get in. Alright, now this, we're going to have this also unlock this door. So we're going to unlock that door, which means we also have to lock that door on level start. So we'll use that same trigger. So that trigger is going to lock that door. So when we get out, our character's going to be like, oh, what's going on? And he's going to walk out here and he's going to be like, what the heck? And then he'll hit this switch and all the doors will open. Oh no! And they'll lock open and the zombies will come, you know, wandering out like they do. And then this door will unlock. But, you know, that's not exactly obvious to the player. So we need something to be able to tell for the player to to increase the story, so we can add some story. So we're gonna have a helper, like a helper on the outside, who's like, yeah, need you to do this thing. All right. Let's see here. How are we gonna do that? Yeah. I'm trying to decide if I want to do a local message, or if I want to do like if I want to keep the narrative going on in the upper window. I think I want to do a local message. I think so. Yeah. I think that's what I'm gonna do. Okay, so we're gonna make another message timer sequence here. All right, so we're gonna have a new timer here, and this timer is gonna have a delay of 30. Yeah, 30 till it starts. That sounds about right. Might give the player some time to do some stuff. Okay, so we're gonna have it. Oh, we're not gonna have it show a message. We're gonna have it activate a bit, and that bit will show the message. That way we can turn the message back off. So I'm gonna have it say a message here. I'm gonna have it say, oh, let's see. What are we gonna have it say? We're gonna have it say, radio static. Radio static. What is the common onomatopoeia for radio static? I can't think of it right now. Here you thought it was going to be a game dev stream. It's actually going to be a vocabulary stream. Now, onomatopoeia is for those of you who don't know, is the written word of a sound effect. Yeah, like you do in comics, like biff and bop and kapow and all that kind of stuff. So we're gonna have it like, let's see, if we're going radio static and it sounds like ksh, well, let's just have it go kish, I guess. So have it KSSSH. I don't know if that's a common onomatopoeia or not, but that's the one I'm gonna use. Dagnabbit. All right. Should we have that on a separate line? Yeah, just to help with confusion, we're going to have that on a separate line. Help lessen confusion. We're going to have a separate line that says, hello? Is anyone still in there? All right. I like that. We're gonna have the switch say that. Now, there's some interesting trickery that we're gonna have to do here, because the switches can't, or the triggers can't connect to things that that switches are on top of, because it tries to connect to that switch or that trigger, which is something I'm trying to figure out a good way of working around. We're gonna have to take and let's see, what was this? This is use unlock, right? Yeah. All right, we're gonna have to delete that for a second, and we're gonna connect our message switch, our message trigger, to that switch. That way it localizes itself to that switch. And then we're gonna create a new trigger on top of that. Not the most ideal way of doing it, but that's kind of the hack that I have going on right now. So, you know what you gonna do. Alright, we're gonna connect that switch back to, or that trigger back to its proper triggers. Alright, so we're gonna attach that to that, and we're gonna have, let's see. We're gonna have. Let's have it tied to this. So this goes for 30. Let's have that hang out for like 60 maybe. And we're gonna have that timer activate. So that when our initial messages are done, this little timer it'll activate the next set of story messages, and it'll pop up a little message here. In theory, let's see if it works. Yeah. Hello, is anyone still in there? Alright. Alright, we can't get out until we... Oh no! Release the hounds! And then we can get out. Aha! And we haven't made any new levels, so we're just wandering off into infinity. Yay! We escaped! Woohoo! Go us! Alright, anyway. Let's see. So... we're gonna have that there. And... aha! That error again. Okay. For object switch object has inputs. GUI. Variable get has inputs. Oh, it's the switch. It's not the trigger that's having trouble. What is the switch looking for has inputs for? Alright, let's see where I screwed up there. Alright, if input list exists, if trigger... oh, it's looking for its inputs. Right? Yeah. Draw connect dot has inputs. If instance exists, and has inputs, all of the objects should have inputs. So why is that a problem? The switch is connected to triggers. All triggers have a has inputs. I don't know why that's such an issue. Because they all should have inputs. Unless no trigger should have a has inputs initial, right? Maybe that's why, because it's not initializing it as has inputs. So on creation, as a ha 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 ha. I think. Here I'm doing my victory cry. I'm not even sure if I found the problem yet, but I'm pretty sure this is why, because has inputs is not being initialized in the creation event. That would explain that glitch. Alright. In theory, we've solved that bug. In practice, we probably did not, but we'll find out. Alright, start her back up. Alright. Good time to grab some coffee. Alright, let's do level editor. We'll pop open the cell. Alright, and we're gonna play the cell. And it does its thing. Blah, blah, blah. We got, hello, is anyone still there? Alright, good. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna we're gonna make a new timer. Alright, we're gonna have some fun stuff here. We're gonna add a new timer. And we're gonna have that timer be there for another 60 steps or so. Yeah. Add another bit. And we're gonna have this bit do a message, and that message is going to be more radio static onomatopoeia. This connection is bad. Buh. Alright. You do. Don't. And another one there. Alright, let's see how that looks. This connection is bad. Whatever you do, don't. Yeah, I like that. In theory, I do anyway. Let's see how it looks in game. Alright, so we're gonna have that deactivate the last message, pop open this message, and then what else? Let's see, what else can we do here? What else could we do? If we have this message activate this, or turn that message back off. Or no, we'll have it so that that message will stay up until the player walks over and tries to use the switch, which we are actually going to change. Instead of red, let's make it white so that the player can use it right off the bat. Alright. And, oh, by deleting it and placing it again, we added another switch. So now we have layered switches, or layered triggers. That other trigger isn't going to do anything now, so it shouldn't interfere with that one, I don't think. I don't know. I haven't done that before. Let's find out. Alright. Where am I? What is this place? Hello, is anyone still there? Oh, I forgot to reattach it. Right. Okay. That's gonna be complicated because I just deleted that and then reattach. Okay, so let's delete all those switches. Alright, so let's take and attach it to there. And this, oh, I forgot to activate the other timer too. Okay, that's why the other message wasn't popping up. Okay, and alright, so that's going to show that, and it's going to show that, and then it's going to show that message until it gets activated. When we activate that switch, alright. I'm trying to think of how I wanted to have this sequence go. Okay, so we're going to have another switch here, and we're going to have it do a show message. Let's see. I'm going to have it in on the timer again. Yeah, let's have that one on a timer, another 60-second timer here. And have this one on a bit. I want to have it do a show message. We're going to call the player an idiot because we can. I'm not particularly fond of that onomatopoeia, but you know what? It works. stand there. Run. Okay. Let's see how that looks. Okay, so we're going to have that message also right there. This one, actually, we're going to change this up a little bit. We're going to have this timer activate on nothing. And see, the reason I'm using timers here instead of just connecting the switch directly to the bit is that if I was to use the switch again, then that would turn off the message, and we don't really want to do that. We don't want to have the message be there for a little while. So we're going to we connect it to a timer so that the timer will activate, and that it's kind of almost like a once limiter, so that when we activate it, it can only be activated once. Once a timer is activated, the only way to turn off a timer is with a stop timer event and another trigger. So we're going to have that timer be on, and when it's activated, and no matter how many times we spam hitting the switch and turn it on and off, it's not going to affect the logic that's later on down the line, which is, that's cool. I like that. And we're going to need another switch. We're going to need another timer here to turn that message back off. So we're going to timer that and have that go for like another 60. Yeah, we'll have that go for 60, which will turn that off, and that timer will be activated there. Okay, now let's place our original use timer unlock back, or trigger, I mean, not timer. Trigger to unlock the door, and also to open up all the doors, and we're also going to connect it and have it activate that next message sequence. So yeah, as you can see, the logic kind of gets a little interesting the more complicated you get, and if we hold shift, we can see all of our logic web that we have going right now. It actually looks pretty cool. So kind of like programming, it's important to keep your logic organized. I'm keeping clumps of logic of triggers together for logic stuff, and that way it's easier to keep things together. I probably should have put a gap in between these two logic blocks, but that's okay. So alright, I have to go take a bio break real quick, so I will be right back. Give me just a couple minutes, and we will resume and give this a shot and see how it looks. Okay, I am back. Sorry about that. Coffee just went right through me. Alright, so we are going to test this out. Also, just of note in comparison to the last time that I was streaming, I added a trigger mode switch indicator here up on the main menu. For what I've been doing, I've just been using the hotkey, which is T, to switch in between trigger mode and not. But you can also do it through the menu here, and it'll indicate whether when you're in trigger mode and when you're not. But anyway, let's go back and hit play. And have our guy saying, "What is this place?" Okay, so he says, "Whatever you do, don't." And I think we'll put a little bit more delay in that. So don't just stand there, run. All right. Oh, we forgot to turn off the other message. That's why we're having that doubling up issue. Alright, so let's do that. Let's have that turn off the old message and then turn on the new message. And this one, we need to up the delay, or let's see, not the delay for that one. This one. We need to up this to like 90. That way we have it hang out for a little while longer. Maybe even longer than that. We'll see. What is this place? Whatever you do. Shh. Cool. Alright, so now if we activate this, don't just stand there, run! In your face! And we can see the weaponry right there! But we can't get to it! Ah, so brutal! So cruel. Okay, let's see. We are going to... Let's see, now that we have that, I want that one message to hang out for quite a bit longer than that. So let's make it like 120 of a duration. That sounds about right. So the last message is going to be like, run! Because if you don't run, you're going to get your face eaten by zombies. So... And it'll be interesting to see whether players will go up and hit this and try and activate this door and then hit this switch and then like lose knowledge that that's what they did. So maybe we should change that instead of an unlock to a to also open the door. Because unlock, I mean, it works, but it doesn't really show that that door is unlocked. So let's also have that trigger unlock that door. We're gonna do that. We're gonna stick another trigger out of the way over here, and we're not gonna have it just be an and trigger because it's only gonna do one thing, which is to use that door. And we might have to delay that a little bit, huh? Because, yeah, we're going to have to do that. Okay, so we're going to have a trigger, or a timer, to add just that hair of delay, of like process delay. And it's not going to do anything. Actually, yeah, that's going to be what's going to do it. It's going to use the target. There we go. Let's see what that does. I have no idea if that's going to like cause the door to spam out or not. Let's see if it does. I'm curious. Is anyone still out there? Whatever you do, don't. Uh-oh. Let one through. Ah! Okay, that did work, and it didn't spam the door. It's just, it uses it once. Oh, right, because it only uses it right. Okay, that makes sense. Yep. That's good. I put that protection in there. That's good. Okay, so the door will open, and it'll be like, okay, we gotta go. We have to escape, and so we're gonna run away. All right, that's good. That's very good. Now, if the player is clever enough to lock the door behind them, great, good for them. I'm excited that they had the opportunity to do that. However, if the player did not, yeah, let's do it like that. And let's add another window in here. Why not? Make it a nice fat window. There we go. And we're going to go have this wall be down here. So maybe even just get rid of that wall entirely. Alright, so, and just for further teasings, should we put some blood in there? I don't know if we should put some blood in there or not. But we should probably put some blood over there. But we'll do that when we start decorating everything. Alright, so we're going to take and put, not a gun, health. Let's stick some health in there as additional teasings. Okay, so that's good. And we're going to have this walk down here. We'll attach a nice little room off to the side here. Why? Why not? It's not probably. It might stick something in there, might not. I don't know. So we're having kind of like a little prison thing going on here, and maybe we'll have like that be an office or something. So we'll get out door and we'll run, and it'll be kind of like this open foyer type area, and maybe we'll have another door on this side with some more prison area, maybe. Maybe we'll add another prison area, like another wing over on that side. I don't know. Well, we'll do that later. So let's see. We have like a big open foyer area. We're gonna have to have like security or something. So maybe we'll stick some pillars in there, just for looks, because that'll look cool if we put some pillars in there. Alright. Maybe not that many pillars. Maybe just a couple pillars down the center. I don't let that look. But if we do that, and that, and then let's get rid of this. Alright, that's cool. And we're going to take that, expand it out like this. It'd be like a hallway down. And we're going to need, trying to think of a good like prison layout, you know. So let's see if we have an area here. Ooh, that would be a good idea. Let's take and make these doors colored. So we're gonna make what color are we gonna make them? Should I make them green? Yeah, let's make them green doors. All right, and we're gonna place put another cell block out here. We should probably have it at least mimic the other cell block. So that way we have some, at least theoretical consistency, right? Alright, so we're going to put that around here. And we're going to stick this around here. Oop, and like that. And we'll probably put another switch in here. That's, but I think we're just going to have that switch be cosmetic. Yeah, because what we're going to have it be, That's cool. I like it. Okay. So on level start, I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna have that's weird. I can't seem to click or connect or anything. Huh. That's odd. Well, let's play the level so we can clear that out. I have a good idea of what that glitch is, but let's see. I don't know why that glitch is doing that. Huh. I'll have to play with that a little later. Anyway, let's add doors. Oops. Put the door in the wrong place. Okay, so we got a pretty good thing going there, and we're gonna have it on level start. We're just gonna open up all of those doors. And now we're gonna do some cosmetic stuff. We're gonna stick some blood up in the business. Maybe some. Oops. I accidentally just destroyed our wall. Alright, so we're gonna have some blood in there. And a few other blood spots here and there, I think. Let's see, what else? Mix it up a little bit. Alright, let's take and make a giant blood pool over here. Oops, there I go. Destroying my walls again. Mix it up a little bit, add some stuff there. And in the middle of that blood pool at the far wall, we're going to take and put a green key card. Yeah, good. Green key card. That green key card is going to let us move on to the next area. And maybe I'll stick one zombie who just kind of hung out in that area. Oh, that'd be kind of fun. Let's modify that a little bit. Do I not have it set to that door? I don't have it set to that door anyway. Okay, perfect. Alright, so that door doesn't have anything set to it anyway. So we're going to keep that door locked. Alright, but what we're going to do is we're going to make it so it has some durability. Not much, mind you, but a little bit of durability. And that way, what we're going to have is this zombie who's in here is like rah, rah, rah. He's going to be able to smash through that door. And we're going to hear him smashing through that door pretty quickly. And so we'll have to run in here, grab this key, find the key, grab the key, run back. Yeah, let's stick another office over on this side. We'll give the player somewhere to hide in if they want to. But if we're going to make it offices, we need to actually make it look like an office. So let's take, or maybe I'll have one of them be like a maintenance room type thing. Oops. I'm going to fix that. Environmental objects should not be destroying other objects when placed. Alright, so that one's going to be like a maintenance type thing. Yeah, environmental object, collisions, depth, durability's infinite, all that good stuff. Alright, so let's see. Over on that side, though, we're going to have a desk. Because reasons. Alright, so let's stick a desk there. Alright. And let's see, desks need chairs, so we're going to stick a chair. There's our chair. We're going to stick it kind of like out here with some blood underneath it. We're going to set that depth to 2, so that way it makes sure it's underneath the chair. So then we're going to take and add some more blood, maybe another blood splatter out here. Something like that. Okay, so now we have a character who's running out here. We're going to have let's have some more switches on the outside of these doors, and not just for cosmetic reasons. But our switches are going to be kind of like our communication with the outside world, with whoever is helping us out here. So we're going to have to add some more messages. That's a switch, so yeah, let's keep that switch going. Let's keep that switch going, and we're gonna make another timer type sequence. Let's see, which is gonna be more messages. Timer, what, 30? Nah, well, no. Now the timer's going to be pretty much instant for this one, because this is going to be attached to this. So we want to have the bit here, and we're going to have the bit have it say like with our comic book style radio static. I saw the guard with the key pound and then I saw the guard with the key. Other cell block. Maybe that'll emphasize what's supposed to be going on here. Alright, that looks good. I think. Okay, so that's going to activate that. That is going to be shown. Oh, right, we have to do that. Weirdness. I forgot about that. Okay, now let's add. It could be a switch, it could be use. Let's just have use. Doesn't really matter. The switch trigger is basically a bit trigger that also has the use trigger functionality. So it's kind of like a combo trigger specifically for switches, or for any place that you want to do something like that, like a combination trigger, just to help keep things easier when you're designing levels and making complex logic webs and blah 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 blah. So, but for this case, we don't really need it to have the bit functionality. All it has to do is turn on the timer, which is going to activate that. Now we're gonna have this message be a little bit different. This message, let's see. This message is not going to be deactivated until the player goes past that location. Once the player goes past, gets through these doors, then it'll turn that message off. So that way, that message is just going to sit there saying something until the player goes by. And we're going to add another timer here. The timer is going to have a duration of 1, so it's going to be basically an instant timer. And we're going to tie it to that. Okay, so yeah, that should work quite nicely. So our player is going to wander around here. He's going to walk out, and he's going to try and he might go over here and find the key before he gets down here. He might not. It's hard to say. He might also be being chased by zombies if he doesn't close. He or she, I should say. Yeah, be politically correct. He or she has to hit that. It doesn't close that door. Then we're not going to be able to. We're going to be being chased by zombies. So we got to be careful. If we hide in one of these rooms, zombies will lose track of us and kind of wander off. These pillars will also give us more of an advantage to be able to run away from and hide from a zombie if the zombie's catching us. Yeah, I think that's good so far. And with this trigger opening up all of these doors right off the bat, it's going to be obvious that when we go over there that, well, I don't know about obvious, but there won't be anything over there. It's just going to be a bunch of empty rooms and like one zombie who's trying to smash his way out to get to us and all that fun stuff. So yeah, I'm liking the way this is looking so far. Our character doesn't have any other like inner monologue until we I mean, other than that first initial thing. And I don't know, if I was wandering around some stuff, I'd be having all kinds of inner monologue going on, especially if I didn't know what the heck was going on. So we should probably put some more of that in there. How about we add a inner monologue trigger right over here? Let's see. Collision player is going to activate some inner monologue stuff. So I'm going to do another timer. This one's going to be instant. Connect it to a bit. That bit is going to be what says the inner monologue. And we're going to have the inner monologue say something like, "What the hell happened?" What the hell happened here? Where is everyone? Where are the guards? Yeah, I like that. Okay, that's a simple message, I think. And then we're gonna have another timer here. It's gonna have that message play for about that long-ish, and then turn that message back off. Good stuff. Have that collision, start that message train. Okay, so now we have a little bit more inner dialogue. And of course, we could put all kinds of inner dialogue in here. We add, collision triggers or event triggers all over the place. Have all kinds of discussions with ourselves or with this helpful message in the machine here. So let's give it a shot. Let's see how it plays. Where am I? What is this place? Those are on this connection. Whatever you do, don't. I think I'm gonna have to change the doors because it sounded like we heard all of the doors opening. That shouldn't be the case. Oh no! Ha! Alright, so we seal in the zombies. Oh look, that would be great to have. Collision with the player. Hey! Collision with the player. There it is. What the hell happened here? Where are the guards? Okay, so there's our zombie. Maybe that. Oh! It looks like our zombie is stuck on the blood. Well, that's definitely not supposed to be the case. Zombies are supposed to pretty much ignore environmental objects. Interesting. Okay, well, that's definitely something to fix. Alright, so here's our nice equipment room that we made. And what else? Here's our nice office space. And let's see. Get over here. We're trying to get out. Oh, that's not going to let us out. Hit the switch. So I got it with the key. The other cell block. Okay. I'm going to wander up here. And these switches aren't not attached to anything, so they don't do anything. And now if we wander over here, big pool of blood. Grab our key card. Zombie stuck in the room. Zombie stuck in the other cell block. Walk outside. Hey! That should be going away. And so should that. What is going on? Let's find out. Collision player, event none. That's set to activate that. Right. Which is what it's supposed to be doing. This is a bit, right? Yeah, it's a bit, so that's doing its thing, right? On collision with the player, which is right here, activates this timer, which is, you know, timer duration of 1. Oh. That's why. Well, that explains that one. Oops. I have that weird glitch again. That's an annoying glitch. I'm gonna have to fix that. Alright. Let's see. Okay, so it's not tied to this, so that's why it wasn't working. It wasn't actually activating that one. Okay, so that fixes that. But why is this not doing it? This should be doing its thing too. Unless... No, that's only connected to the one thing. That's the timer. Right? Yeah. Huh? Timer. Activate. Dun-dun-dun. Bit. Should be turning the bit back off. Huh. That's odd. I don't know why it's not working. Dun, 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 dun. Hello, is anyone still in there? Right, whatever you do, don't stand there, run! Ha ha ha. Alright. Activate that. He says, oh, it's in the other cell block. Okay, so we go over in the other cell block. There's the thing. What the hell happened here? Where are the guards? So that's working right now. Good. We got our key card, which we're going to grab. And we're going to walk over here. And activate our switch. Oh, now it works. Maybe it was because I spammed that or something. Shouldn't have been. Weird. I don't know why that wasn't working. Weird. Okay. Mystery of the universe, I guess. I don't like mysteries of the universe. That's not good. Alright, so that's pretty good. We got some good stuff going here. First, now that we have a nice prison break type level, and I could do some extra cleaning this up, and I probably will do some more cleaning of it up. But I want to take and fix a few things first. Let's see here. First thing I want to fix is the doors. I need to change the way that their sound works, because that was really freaking loud at the beginning of the level. Alright, so sound play at da 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 da. Okay. I need to change their fall off factor to the same fall off factor that the zombies have, but I don't remember what that fall off factor is, so let's find out. Sound play on da 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 da. Current sound, audio, play, sound, hey at. I could have swore I had something fixed for that. Sound play at. I know that's wrong, but I don't remember. Where else have I said that? Where else have I told it to play sound at? There we go. Okay. Zombie death. Maybe that was it. Yeah. I think no, it still has the same settings. Zombie death. Same fall off settings. So that's not it. Let's see. Audio play sound at. Trigger step event. What's this one? Audio sound play at. I think that's where I fixed it. Fall off factor, loops priority. Okay. Alright, so sound play at. Let's copy this same stuff. Or did I? Well, let's see. Let me just double check and see if I can figure out how the sound fall off factor works. Audio play at. Because at that distance, the distance that we are from those other doors, we shouldn't be hearing them. Let's see. Fall off references. Fall off. Let's see. Let's see the fall off models for the audio system. Okay. This explains it a little bit more. Alright, so the zombie growls are set to 100, 100, which is what they should be at. Because it's in there going grrr, rar, rar. And I think that's why, is because I'm playing the sound on a particular creature, like for the zombies. So audio, there we go, 32, 256, 1. Audio emitter fall off. Okay. Ahaha. Here we go. 32, 256. That's what I thought. 32, 256, 1. Okay, so everywhere that we have that other thing, where it's like 100, 100, blah, 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 we need to change that. So for the doors, we definitely need to change that. Where's audio sound play? Nope, that's the animation control. Where'd that go? Oh, it's right here. Alright, so we had fall off 32, 256, 1. There we go. Alright. 32, 256, 1. Good. Let's see where else we did this. For all of the pistol, shotgun, machine gun sound effects, we're going to want to do that too so that we don't blast ourselves in sound. Find, where is it? Audio, play sound at, here we are. 32, 256, 1. Okay, where else? 32, 256, 1. No, I already did that one. Let's see. Pistol. Okay, we got machine gun. 32, 256, 1. And let's see. Okay. 32, that's for shotgun. Pistol is right here. 32, 256, 1. Okay. Changing that. Okay, and then I think it looks like all we have left is the zombie deaths. Right here. 32, 256, 32, 256. Okay, so I think that fixed our audio problem. Maybe. Let's find out. Because I don't know for sure. Fire it up again and find out. That's what we're gonna do. Alright, level editor. Pop it in there, load up the cell. Hit play. Yeah, fix the audio so now we're not blasted by the doors closing on the other side of the level. Much better. So whatever you do, don't... Yeah. Don't just stand there. Run. In your face. Alright, cool. So, where are the guards? Okay, so now we've added some cool little story elements to our otherwise storyless game. Another side, other cell block, blah 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 blah. Wander around here. Oh, that's the other thing we wanted to fix. Right, the zombie collisions. Let's fix that. I knew there was something else. Alright, where is our zombie object? Zombs. There we are. Okay, so collision controls are... Here we are. I think. Nope, this is collision... which one's this? Oh, that's the AI code. This is collision corrections. Okay. An X, Y, window... Right, so that's for doors. Checks for walls. Right, okay. I guess this is for walls. And this is for walls. And this is for windows. Alright. Home call equals instance place zombie, right? If hold call is greater than 0. Hold call should not be set to anything. regarding the environmental object. Huh. That's an interesting dilemma. Okay, so our zombie, hold collision, goes instance place, XY, zombie. An instance place looks specifically for zombies. If hold call is greater than 0, well, let's try and see if this fixes it, because that might be what's doing it. It shouldn't be, but, you know, there's a lot of things that things shouldn't do. And hold collision does not equal the current ID. There we go. And let's see if that does it. Because I think that what was happening was that the zombie was seeing itself and thinking it was colliding with itself, and part of the train of that collision correction is that it then moves outside of all other objects when it's colliding with, you know, itself. So that was probably what was causing that problem. Let's find out for sure, though, because I don't really know for sure if that's the problem. But we'll know in a second. What? Where am I? Where is this place? Run over here. Hit the switch. Close the door behind me. Oh yeah, I am so pro at my own level. Look at that. Yo, zombie. Nope. He's still colliding with the blood. You should not be colliding with the blood, dude. Come on, what's wrong with you? Oh, hang on. On collision with environmental object. I was looking at the wrong area. Oh my gosh. Alright, well, yeah, that makes sense. Alright, so the easiest way to do that is to check to see which type of sprite we are looking at. If other dot sprite index equals, because there's two different types of environmental object sprites. We have the 1x1 environmental object sprites that are non-solid by default. The environmental objects that are 1x1 that are solid by default, like boxes and, you know, stuff like these boxes and other stuff like chairs and trees and stuff. I mean, we could turn these so that they don't have collision. And that might actually be the better idea. I think that's probably the better idea. I'll make sure that the environmental objects work that way. If, let's see, when the player collides with an environmental object, if other.collide equals 1. See, I already built myself in a protection against that. Good for me. If other.collide equals 1, or I could just say, I can get rid of the double equals because it's an if, and 1 is equivalent to true anyway. Clean the code a little bit. If other.collide. Okay, now let's see how that looks, because I'm kind of curious. Should fix that problem, in theory. Okay, so pop into the level editor, open up the cell, play the cell. Well, where am I? What is this place? I'll probably get rid of that double space because I don't really need to do that. Yeah, whatever you do, don't hit the switch that I just hit. And close the door behind me. Wander around. Let's see, make sure. Oh, yep. Now he can. Alright, now he's smashing through the door. Ah! He broke through. Whoops. Stood there too long. Anyway. Ah! Ah! Ha 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 ha. Alright. Now. Da 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 da. Yay! And we've escaped into the grand unknown. Good for us. One thing that I kind of have fun with when I'm wandering out in the abyss is seeing if I can draw something with the shadow mask. It's like I got a little like volcano thing going on right there. Let's see if I can make it like a square. Drawing shapes in the invisible. That's the crappiest pentagon ever. Oh man. I guess that's a hexagon. It's not a pentagon. It's especially crappy pentagon considering it's a hexagon. Anyway, so yeah, alright. So that's working good. That's working good. And now I think there's only one other glitch that I was having trouble with, and that is with the triggers not letting me click on them for some reason. I'm still not 100% sure what's causing that glitch. But I know of a way to clear it for sure. Let's have it so that not environmental object. We need our editor tool, because basically, what the system normally does is it looks to see if there are any dialog windows open, and if there are dialog windows open, then it prevents you from being able to click on triggers and connect lines or delete lines and stuff like that, so that you don't actually accidentally do that while you're clicking around inside of dialog windows, like, you know, the settings and trigger settings and whatnot like that. So apparently, though, for some reason, instead of dialog windows destroying themselves when they close, in certain cases it seems that they don't. They just disappear without actually destroying themselves. So there's some still existing, which blocks the triggers from being able to be used. So if I take and go down to, here it is, so that when we swap back and forth between trigger mode, and make it so that any keyboard check, press T. How am I going to do that? Well, that is if the focus is on, right? No, maybe. Is it? Part focus? Yeah, okay, so if the focus is back on that, I don't really, I'm not sure I really want to do it that way. Now that I think about it, because if I do it like this, then anytime you type T, like if you're typing out a message, you know, blah 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 T, it's gonna swap the trigger mode. It's also would also destroy the window that you are currently working in, and that would be bad. Yeah, that would be very, very bad. All right. So let's see. We'll have it on. Let's see. That's for copying and pasting. I'm trying to think of where I can put a clear in there. because I'm not sure where the state is. Later on, let's just experiment and see if we can figure out what the state is that causes that glitch, and then maybe we can fix that state and solve that problem altogether, instead of having to come up with some fancy workaround. Alright, so this is our object list. We're going to go into the level editor. Alright, so we've got UI pop-up is there for user interface pop-up. Let's load the cell. Cell has a ton of objects. Alright, so let's see. Let's expand this list. And anytime, let's see. Ton of objects. I'm just moving over here. Alright, I'm looking at it. If I say, you know, let's make. Okay, that gets rid of all those. UI pop-up. UI pop-up. UI pop-up. Trigger properties. Cancel. Okay, that's not it. Trigger properties. Save. No, that's not it. Let's see. That is it. Look, now we can't connect. Is there a trigger property somewhere? Or I mean a UI? It's not. That's not the problem at all. That's good to know. Alright, if that's not the problem, then what the problem is? Has something to do with the triggers. The triggers themselves. Alright, so this is where we handle connecting the lines. So somewhere in here, in the next section, there we go. Trigger mode equals 1. And alarm 5. And alarm 5 is greater than or equal to 10. Which one's alarm 5? I don't remember which alarm 5 is. Alarm 5 is alarm 5 equals 20. Okay. What is setting alarm 5 then? Trigger mode equals 1. Alarm 5 greater than or equal to 10. Huh. I don't know. Well, I mean, I do know. Okay, I know what that is, so that shouldn't be doing it. Okay. What else? Instance does not exist, UI pop-up. Okay, that's good. Yeah. Trig control. Trig current. Da. If selected equals 0, right? If mouse entered. Okay, so this is where it should be doing it, and it's not. It's not letting me change the selected. So I need to figure out why. It's right inside this block. What is up with that? I don't know. Alright, let's try and replicate that glitch. Oops, I meant to start in debug mode. Debug mode. Okay, so we're going to try and replicate that bug again. And little editor. Okay, we're going to load up the cell. Okay, and we're going to add a trigger, cancel. Okay, that works. Create trigger, cancel. Okay. Trigger, cancel. Trigger properties, save. Okay, so on trigger properties save, that's when we lose the ability to connect lines. I wonder if that's every time. Alright, let's restart the game. Level editor. Load the cell. Trigger properties, save. Trigger properties, save. Look at that. Ah, I think I'm starting to narrow it down here. Alright, let's restart it again. Again! Load up the cell. Okay. Click outside, and we're fine. Click inside, and we're not. See that? That's what's up. That's what's causing our problem. Okay, that narrowed it down. Now we know why. And the reason is that when we click the drop-down menu inside one of the triggers, and our click is inside one of the triggers, it confuses the trigger into, it must think it's either selected. Well, I can't really think it's selected because we would see that. But it does think that something is wrong. Let's figure out why. Mouse entered. Yes, input. On mouse entered. Else if mouse leave, if selected, old.trigCurrent equals ID. Alright, so let's see here. Global.trigCurrent equals ID. Has inputs. Alright, if has no inputs, if left, if there's no object, unselect it. So that's global.trigCurrent 0, selected equals 0. All that fun stuff. Alright, let's change it. Global.trigCurrent equals 0. Okay, so if we take the UI pop-up and have it so that on destroy, if room equals editor room, right? Yep. Until the focus, trigger mode, let's see, global dot trig current. Let's help if I spell it right. Trig current equals 0 with trigger selected equals 0. Alright. Let's see if that solved our little problem. Also, let me make sure that I'm saving the right thing. Goal.trig current equal, okay. Alright. So now I'm going to pop up the game, load up the cell, and let's see. Okay, so let's try it here. We're going to right click and we're going to hit trigger properties, blah 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 blah, cancel. Ah, look at that! Now it works. Trigger properties, blah 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 blah, save. Haha! Okay, we have fixed that very annoying bug that has been plaguing us. I love it when we can find a bug and fix it. Haha! Yay! Go us. We are awesome. Okay, yeah, that's kind of cool to look at all of the logic web that we have going on here. Very nifty. Alright, so yeah, that's looking really, really good. Alright, so now we can expand on the level if we wanted to. We could take and, you know, make another big like foyer type thing out here. Could also take and modify the I don't know. That looks pretty interesting. I bet that would look pretty cool in the in-game too. Okay, I'm just making up random blocks here. So if we have a nice foyer area, and then maybe, I don't know, I'd probably put some more stuff in here. But I think I'm running out of time. Yeah, I am. It's already 8:25. Wow, goodness. Time flies when you're making levels. Jeez. Alright. Well, I think that it's looking pretty good here. We've got things running the way they should. So let's go ahead and just for kicks, we're going to fire it up and give it a playthrough here. Can't get through that door because it's locked. Uh-oh. Shut the door on his face. Let's see what happens if I don't shut the door. Ah. Well, first I'll get my face chomped off a little bit there. And then get chased around by a zombie. What about the other zombies? Where are they? Oh, they're all hanging out there. Oh, jeez. I probably shouldn't have looked around. Oh, jeez. Nah, that was a bad idea. Ow. Bad idea. Alright, let's go hide in the room. Oh, crap. Crap. Ow. Ow. Alright. Hide. Hopefully they will have... Nope! Oh, jeez. Oh, no. Run away! What the hell happened here? Where are the guards? Well, I have a pretty good idea of where the guards are. Oh. Whew. Haha. Locked him in a cell. Good for me. I think there's still one wandering around out here, though. Yeah, I see him. I see him right over there. There he is. Be careful. Can I sneak past him? Maybe. He's over there somewhere. Oh. Sneak around. Okay. Be careful. Careful. Alright. Blah blah blah. Other cell block. Yep, we've already been in there. That trigger doesn't seem to be working, but that's okay. We can look at that later. Yeah, I like the way these little like block room things look. I dig that. Okay. And from there we would expand on and create all kinds of other scenarios and all that fun stuff. Awesome! I like it. I like the way it looks. It looks good. What is this? Collision player. This is also a collision player. But for some reason, when the player collides with this, it's not actually doing anything. That is weird. Okay. I'll have to look into that and see what's going on there. But I believe we are out of time for today. I think 2 hours is about as long as anybody would care to look at this and watch me do this stuff. So thank you all for watching. Appreciate it as always. I had a lot of fun today. We got a whole bunch of good stuff. We got a level made that's really cool. We've got some good demonstration of some event triggers that can add dialogue and add character to a level and add story and all kinds of stuff like that, which we can then expand on, and also can kind of tease the player with some stuff. Yeah, I'm very happy with that. And then on top of all of that, we fixed bugs, several of them in fact. I love it. I think it's great. Now, as some really good news, this was my test. I wanted to see and make sure that everything was working right, and maybe patch up last few bugs here and there that were causing issues that we saw. And we did see these bugs, and we saw these issues, and we were able to fix them. Which means that the game is ready for the next release! Woohoo! Just in time for Feedback Friday. So what I'm going to do is, after I close out the stream and stuff like that, I'm gonna put this all together. I'll go ahead and include this level as is with the game release, so that you can play with it, expand on it if you want to, mess around with it, and it'll also just be something, another level for the player to be able to, for a regular person to be able to play and try. I might actually have a end level trigger here or something instead. Yeah, let's change that. Instead of having it show message, let's just change it to end level. Make sure the end level is working right. And we're going to have it say, you escaped. Even though you kind of really very basically escaped. You did escape. In all technicality, you escaped. So let's delete that, and let's also delete that. Copy trigger, paste trigger, trigger properties, you escaped. Okay, so I'll play one more time, run through, and test that, make sure that that works right. But anyway, yeah, you can totally mess around with this level, expand on it, poke around with things, and yeah, like I said, I'll include it with this release. I would love to have included the zombie survival one, but unfortunately that one, as I said, I accidentally saved over it because I'm dumb. But yeah, I'll put this out there. I'll package this whole thing up, and I'll put it out on the blog, dreadgame.com. Feel free to hop on there and download. And then I'll also, once I get the link up and everything's going good, I will post it in all the various places that I post it, Twitter and Facebook and all the various forums and Reddit and blah 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 blah. So I'm really looking forward to that. I might not make those postings until it's actually Feedback Friday, just to keep consistent with the rules of things. But yeah, I'll post it in Feedback Friday, which I'm really excited about. People will get to play this, try it out, see what they think, and yeah, from there, I think we will call it done for today. So again, thank you all for watching. I'm going to play this one more time, actually, just to try that end level trigger, so you can see what that's all about. Not gonna forget to shut the door that time. Grab the key. Key acquired. Return to room. Level complete. You escaped. Haha! Yay! Okay, there we go. Well, that's interesting. The music's still playing, even though we came back here. One more bug for me to fix. Oh, that's an easy bug, though. Anyway, so yes, thank you for thank you for watching. I will have this up for download very soon, after this is all said and done. And hope you have fun. And I'm really looking forward to seeing any levels that you come up with. Feel free to send any levels to me, either you can contact me Twitter, Reddit, you can email me. It's all Barrett Cook. It's Barrett Cook at Barrett Cook for Twitter. Barrett Cook is my username on Reddit. BarrettCook@gmail.com is my email address. So all that good stuff. And if you send me the levels that you make, I'll put them up on the Dread Game website and let other people play them, and other people can download them, and I want to download and play them too. And I probably even will do some Let's Plays, because that would be really fun to be able to do Let's Plays of my own game and try out all the levels that people come up with. So I'm really excited about this. We'll see you all soon. Next week we are going to do some more stuff, probably some more levels, and expand on some other stuff, and I'm really looking forward to that too. So I will see you next time. That awkward pause when you wait for the stream to catch up so that you don't end it too soon.